We're going to talk a little bit of Ramadan and the origins of Ramadan. So this is a news article from 2023. And as you can see from this news site, Ramadan today in United Arabs, Abu Dhabi, Abu gear up ahead of rush during Holy Month. And this is the number of animals that will be slaughtered, which shows that it's going to be an increase in the amount of animals that are going to be slaughtered. That means that food will increase from the normal periods. Okay, so, but where does all of this come from? As we may know, Islam is based on taking stuff from other faiths, cultures, etc., making them their own, and abolishing all the previous culture. And as a start, we're going to see from a hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari 3831. Here we can see, so even for reference, easier for QR codes. Here we say Ashura. Okay, the 10th, it's the 10th month of the year, and the tribe Urash, or how you should say it properly, alright, is religious faith pre-Islamic, which used to hold this day as this day of fasting. Okay, they used to fast on this day. So when Muhammad migrated to this place, Medina, he fasted as well. And this is the day that used to be enjoyed. But then when Ramadan, the full Ramadan as we know it today, took over, this became optional. Okay, it became optional for the people to fast and not to fast on the day of Ashura. But this is as well shows another thing to show how much Islam is based on previous faiths and how much the Allah to part name, Allah was also known as the moon god. So Allah, you can say, if it's from Aramaic, the word al means God, or if it's from Arabic, al is just to specify the god. In fact, this feast, this fasting, was linked to the crescent of al-Muharram. Okay, in fact, if Ramadan doesn't see the moon, you won't be able to close Ramadan period. So this is the first part, the first story of the origins of Ramadan. But then there is another hadith which tried to show that this feast is coming from the Jews. Okay, Muhammad was in Medina, so this is already a contradiction. Okay, and he found the Jews fasting on the day of Ashura. Now, the thing is, Ashura, if you ask a Jew that have never been in a community of Muslims, and you say, mention the day of Ashura, they won't know what Ashura means. Okay? But according to this hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, I'm not sure if I already showed the QR, but this great day of which Allah saved Moses and drowned the folk of Pharaoh. Okay, this is referring to the Exodus, when the Jewish people, with the help of God, the real God, Yahweh, got out of, after the 10 plagues, and the last one, the killing of the older son of the pharaohs, was let go, was sent away, They could have taken everything they want with them. And when they crossed the sea, the Pharaoh sent his soldiers back and closed everything. So we can see, okay, this is the feast that he's referring to, but it's not called Ashura, alright? This is the Passover meal. That's the feast that they celebrate. And here, Muhammad is hijacking Moses. I'm closer to Moses than they are. So he changed the fasting, okay, based on this. But as you can see as well, one good question about this, from where Muhammad is getting his inspiration. Is he getting his inspiration from the Jews or from his supposed Allah, God? Okay, there was no questions, no prayer, just he changed his mind and said, ooh, doesn't show. Better? So it's close. He's saying he hijacked Moses for himself, and he's not even considering what Allah will say. Alright, well, he just said, okay, we are closer, so let's start using it ourselves as well. So that is one of good questions. Who is creating the faith? God or Muhammad? For us, it's obvious that it's Muhammad. And if it's, how did he know from the Jews and not through Allah that this is a must-have? As we may realize, Muhammad didn't know anything about Moses, the Jewish people, Ishmael and Isaac. He just hijacked them after in order to get more fame. Now, another hadith. We can see a little bit here. So I can create a QR code as well for later, so people can monitor it, even faster to search sometimes. Here we're going to see a little bit, especially at the end. So we're seeing the people used to fast for longer periods of time. But here we see fasting 3 days every month and that of Ramadan every year is a perpetual fasting. So if you do these days, you're only like fasting every day. But if you're fasting on the day of Ramadan, since preceding and the coming years. So here is also seeing that doing this fasting is cancelling and forgiving all your sins, past and future. And obviously that is giving you license to do what you like because your sins are already forgiven. So you can do anything that you like. Maybe the last hadith that will show, okay, to continue on this theme, is the one that I even mentioned before, fasting on day of Araf, since of the year before and the year after. So as we can see, Islam took over Ramadan, he took this feeling of fasting from Christian and the Jews and other Quraysh people, make the wrong. Instead of fasting, then they started eating even more at night. They just switched the days, as we saw in the news article from last year, 2023. And then obviously made it that you can do anything as long as you fast those days. You are free and all your sins have been forgiven. So this was a small session about Ramadan. Not sure if someone wants to add something. And so we are more prepared even when soon, if I'm not mistaken, it's on the 10th Ramadan of this year. And so yeah, it starts on the 10th. So next Sunday, where we will see we're prepared for this event and we know from where it is coming. And peace of the Christ with you all, and hope everything was clear and simple.